Before we do cancellation news, let's do renewal news.
Okay.
It's The Sandman on Netflix, or Sandman, whatever it's called, which we both enjoyed season 1 and then that bonus episode about cats and
I still haven't watched the bonus episode about cats,
good.
but it's okay. I was living in fear that me not watching the bonus episode with the cats would result in this show being
imagine
cancelled.
if it did. Imagine if you got an email or they made a statement.
You are
We've
personally
been waiting
responsible.
on Nick Mason.
And we've CC'd Neil Gaiman in this as well. He's seeing it.
He's mad.
He's mad.
Do you know I once, well, not me directly, but my house team at school lost a swimming carnival and I was
And Neil
winning.
Gaiman was there?
No, and I was winning the race and then I lost it.
Wow.
And we lost by that many points. And I'm like, I did that. I mean, not just me, but I was like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you'd have tried.
I wish the blue team won, I said.
Wow.
But we did, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
Interesting, blue team. Doxing yourself there.
yeah.
Now
doxing
everybody knows
myself.
you're on the blue
Well,
team.
they had a name. It was like a saint or a person who got murdered by I don't know what
It was Saint Blue Team, that Halo guy
yeah,
from that web series.
exactly. So Neil Gaiman says, it's unbelievable. Sorry, it gives me unbelievable pleasure to say that working with Netflix and Warner Brothers, Alan Heinberg, David Goyer, and I will be bringing even more of the Sandman stories to life. This is 2 seasons and done. I am shocked that this is happening.
Oh, is he saying there?
I am saying that it will be 2 seasons and done. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure.
Yeah.
Do you think they have factored in that it's going to be 2 seasons and done? Like they're...
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
if they took this long to renew it, they were really umming and ahhing about it. And unless it gets like a significant boost in the second season,
Yeah.
which would be great because I really enjoyed it. One
Well,
of my
it's not
favourite
going to
shows
because
this
everybody's
year.
too busy watching Red Notice. So.
Well, that's their own fault, isn't it? Why did they release such an epic bacon movie?
Right?
That is the epic bacon of movies, though, isn't it?
So epic bacon. When you think about it, all the quips,
Yep.
sexy ladies.
Yep.
The Rock is there in a big tuxedo, but he makes it look like a little tuxedo.
Incredible. There's a fine art to that, isn't there? Because it could be boxy.
That's true, yeah.
It could be a big boxy suit,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's tailored
Yeah.
specifically for him.
That's correct, yes.
So I guess...
I met Neil Gaiman.
And?
Very
Well, he
nice.
used to live in Melbourne, didn't he? Or in Australia? Or he does
You're
still?
thinking of Ross Noble.
No, I don't. No, Neil Gaiman did live in Australia for a
Okay.
time. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Maybe he doesn't now.
He came to the City Library in Melbourne with his wife at the time.
Yeah.
And they told stories and played music and stuff.
And you happened to be there, or you went there in particular to see him?
Well, I didn't happen to be in the library, James. I'm not a nerd. But I think I happened to be in the city and Twitter was like, Neil Gaiman's and whatever. And I'm like, I'll see. I'll check that out.
Go to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've forgotten her name. What's her name again? She sucks.
I have no idea.
She
can
was
look
in
it
the
up.
Dresden Dolls. Amanda Palmer.
Okay, right. Why does she suck specifically?
Whole bunch of reasons. Don't Google it. Or do Google it.
All right. I think they're still married.
They're not still married.
It says spouse Amanda Palmer 2011. And that it doesn't
They
say
got
that.
divorced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank God.
One of them
You
learned
think.
about it on social media, I'm pretty sure.
I'm learning about it now. But in cancellation news, Mason.
Go on.
Anyway, that's probably 2 years away. I would say at the very least.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Unless he's been secretly working on it. Then it's still 2 years away.
Yeah.
But Westworld has been cancelled after 4 seasons. Apparently this is due to heavy cost, dwindling viewers, and of course WB are doing a bit of a shake-up as we speak.
And of
right
course,
now.
you stopped saying Westworld
Yeah.
later on in the episodes when we do the what we read.
You know what's lucky about that? What
that?
I was going to do when the season finished, I was going to start it up again.
Wow.
And then be like, now I'm going to say Westworld until Westworld comes back.
My goodness.
And that would have been forever.
that nonsensical thing you do
Yeah.
that no one understands.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You
So
were just going to do it.
I was just going to do it.
Wow.
Maybe I'll do one more today,
For old time's sake. Yeah. Or maybe you could start doing it until they renew Westworld.
I don't like committing myself to anything, Mason.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway.
Now you are caught up with Westworld.
100%.
I finished at season 3 and I'm like, I'll definitely get to season 4. Would you say that, without any spoilers, would you say that season 4 gave us a satisfying conclusion to the Westworld saga?
I will say that I can't really remember how it ended.
Terrific.
But I did enjoy it.
Okay.
I thought 4 was better than 3.
Okay.
And it did some interesting things. And
Yeah, 3 was a bit of a filler season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also liked the way that 3 jumped ahead and we got to see, I didn't hate 3 at all. But season 1, apparently, this is via THR, cost $100 million, and that was in 2016.
Okay.
But the viewers of this show shrunk from 12 million to 4 million. It was prestige television for
Prestige
a time,
television for a
Mason.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've liked all the seasons I saw.
Yeah.
But I completely understand that there would have been people who were like, oh, we're getting a robot revolution at the end of season. Season 2 is going to be just, Wild West, but robots killing everyone. And we
Yeah.
just didn't get that.
No, not so much.
And I understand why people are like, oh, well, I'm not going to watch if I don't get that.
Yeah, they got the fourth season got very meta at one point. They went into the
Northland.
They went to
The
Northland
shopping
shopping center. Now they went to where was
We've
it?
escaped Westworld. We're in Northland now. Let's go to the Donut King.
Do they have a Donut King there
Yes!
still? Great.
I went to record,
Do they?
I went to record some stuff at Sandspans, and
Oh,
they're
okay,
that way.
yeah.
And then I'm like,
They're that
well, I
way.
should.
We should say where they live, where they all live, not
I
just
think
where
people-
they're
you can-
located.
yeah, right.
but
Oh, where they all personally live, yeah.
individually live.
In the studio.
Yeah,
they all live in the studio in bunk beds.
beds. Yeah, but what was I going to say?
It got meta.
I got meta. So there was a moment which I quite liked is where they were in Westworld and they're like, oh, now we're underground at the new Westworld. And it was like 1930s world or whatever. I can't remember specifically. And then so they went underground and they're like, oh, we're in
recession
we're
world.
in,
We're in the Great Depression
no,
land.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how they go underneath and all them repairing robots and whatever.
Yeah.
But that was it itself was a Westworld of the Westworld Revolution. So they Westworlded the Westworld Revolution within.
Oh, so
Does that make
if
sense?
you wanted to, you could go on a holiday to like the technical aspects of a fake Westworld.
Yeah,
Huh.
and then experience robot revolution, but in a Westworld.
I should watch that show.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
pretty
it's
good.
too late now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth doing it.
But again, did you definitively say satisfying conclusion?
I liked it. I've always
Okay,
liked
right.
it, so I can't complain. But I still think the first two seasons, in particular, the first was the best. And now I thought Aaron Paul was a really good addition, and they did some interesting stuff with his characters. But
Did
also,
you know, James?
Well, maybe
This is not one bit of news.
I'll tell you whether I know it though.
But did you know this? Did you know he just changed his name to Aaron Paul? Aaron Paul's not his real name.
What's his real name?
But he changed his name legally to Aaron Paul like a couple of days ago.
What was his real name?
Sturtevant.
Sturtevant Paul, or just Sturtevant? It's Sturta space Vault.
Aaron Sturtevant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There you go. Pretty fun, right?
That's a pretty bold move to pick such a generic name. As a man with a generic name, I appreciate that.
And it's very
but-
close to Adrian Paul, star of the Highland of the series.
Oh yeah, do you think that's what he was going for?
Probably in honor of him, yeah.
Or to wipe him out of any kind of Google SEO searches.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, but speaking of the cast, Deadline said that the core cast of Westworld will be paid for season 5 regardless of the series being cancelled. Because
Sick.
Yeah, the core cast had a pay or play deal.
Nice.
For season 5. And if I recall correctly, Mason.
Go on.
And this might have all been lost in the WB shake-up, but we were part of this core cast for season 5.
I think so too. Yeah.
So if
And we were going to get that pay bump, we're going to
yeah.
get health insurance.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, so if somebody over there could just look into that.
No, don't look into it. There's two.
Sorry, I just sorted
Just cut
out.
us a check.
Yeah,
Just cut us 2 checks.
two different checks.
2 different checks.
Yeah, we don't want one check. We want because we'll just fight over it and we'll tear it.
We'll
then
tear it,
it'll be
then
gone.
it'll all fall down a drain. Then neither of us will get to the big money. But yeah, no, if you could, that would be great.
That really would be. So there you go.
We were going to be. I was going to be piano player, where the piano like drops on my hands and my hands come off, and I'm like, ah!
Oh, yeah,
and blood
interesting.
spraying out of my stumps on my hands.
And I was a cow. But a robot cow.
Nice.
Like the back half is a robot. You're like normal cow, no robot cow.
Wow,
Yeah. Core cast though, obviously.
that's true. Yes,
So Deadline have also reported that Stargirl is cancelled after 3 seasons.
I can see that. Yeah,
Now, this is via producer Brad Schwartz, who is now leading things over at CW or Warner Brothers or whatever division of this is involved in. He said it was an exceptionally successful company under the old business model. CBS and Warner Brothers made a lot of money on the shows. They got to make shows like Gossip Girl to Vampire Diaries, Riverdale, and The Flash that broke through in culture. There was a business model there that worked, and now it's a different business model.
it is a different business model.
And that's always there's always a different business model.
Yeah.
There's always a different business model.
And unfortunately, the cast of Stargirl were all under we are going to take all your money back.
What?
If the show is cancelled, so they have to give back all the money they got paid for the previous seasons.
It's crazy the
Yeah.
deals that they make stars
That's right,
sign
with
these days.
interest too.
With interest.
Yeah.
Well, that's the price of Hollywood,
It
baby.
is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have got into Hollywood as like a bunch of young, bright-eyed stars.
their
that
own
you're
fault.
It's their own fault. Come on.
Yeah.
You know?
And they said,
It's a better deal than the old Hollywood stars got. You know what I mean?
yeah, they put you on meth and stick you in a cupboard until they wheeled you out for a movie or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah. So now we need to run a broadcast network that is profitable. So it's going to take a bit of reinvention, rethinking, and creating a brand and content that brings in a lot of audiences that works for the stations and that can be monetized properly. CW has a strong brand, but some of the shows aren't very profitable. People are also saying that Superman and Lois is probably going to be cancelled there.
Okay.
I think that's the last one
That
now.
statement felt like very passive-aggressive, like he put in as many buzzwords as possible
Yeah.
there. He's like profitable
It was
content.
like it was good at one point, but now it's not profitable or content or monetized or CW. So I think what they're probably doing here is doing the James Gunn stuff, and that'll all be like Peacemaker linked universe series, except for the Penguin, which is its own series.